Hello everyone and welcome to this complete step-by-step tutorial on SAP MM01 2026. How to create material master record in SAP S4HANA. In this detailed video, we will go through the entire process from start to finish. Whether you are a complete beginner, SAP MM consultant, function analyst or end user, by the end of this video you will be fully confident in creating material master records. So without further delay, let's begin. Please like the video and subscribe for more SAP S4HANA tutorials. Before jumping into the system, let's quickly look at the agenda. First, we will understand and why it is considered the backbone of SAP. Then we will explore the MM01 transaction in detail. After that, we will create a material step by step covering all important views. Finally, we will discuss best practices and common mistakes that beginners usually make. This structured approach will help you learn efficiently and avoid errors in real projects. SAP S4HANA is the most advanced and intelligent ERP system from SAP. It is built on the powerful HANA in-memory database, which gives real-time data processing and advanced analytics. Unlike older ECC systems, S4HANA is much simpler, faster, and user-friendly. In any SAP implementation, Material Master is one of the most critical master data objects. It holds complete information about a material, its physical properties, procurement, details, planning parameters, sales information, and financial valuation. A well-maintained Material Master ensures smooth operations across all departments. The Material Master record is not just one screen. It is divided into multiple views. Each view serves a specific department. For example, Basic Data view contains general information used by everyone. Purchasing view is used by the procurement team. MRP views are extremely important for production and planning teams. Sales views help the sales department, while accounting view is used by finance team for valuation. During creation, SAP allows us to select only the required views, which saves time and keeps the data clean and organized. In this way, it is a central data object defining all characteristics and parameters of a material. Now let's start the practical demonstration. Log into your SAP S4HANA system. On the SAP Easy Access screen, type transaction code MM01 in the command field at the top. So MM01 is the standard transaction used to create a new material master record in SAP. On the initial creation screen, we need to fill three key fields. First is the material number. You can leave it blank if your company uses internal number ranges. Second and most important is the material type. This controls the number range and which views are available. Common examples are FERT for finished goods, HALB for semi-finished goods, ROH for raw materials, and HAWA for trading goods. Third is the industry sector. Most companies select M for mechanical engineering, and after filling these, press enter or click OK. So once this data is entered, you will be moving towards a complete new screen. So entering these three steps is very important because these are the basic inputs which are required to move to the next stage of SAP code creation in MM01. So once you have entered this, you will go to the new step. So in this step, SAP shows all available views. You must carefully select only the view you need for this material. For a typical finished good, we normally select basic data 1, sales organization 1 and 2, purchasing, MRP 1 to 4, and accounting 1. Selecting unnecessary views will waste time and make the record unnecessarily complex. Once you have selected the required views, click on the Continue button at the bottom. We have now reached the basic data 1 view, which will be visible to you in a short while. So this is the foundation of every material. Here you enter the material description in your local language, then define the base unit of measure. For example, pieces, PCS, kilogram, kg or liter in LTR. You should also maintain material group division, gross weight, net weight and size or dimensions if applicable. Remember, the information you enter here will be visible across all modules, so accuracy is very important. Next is the purchasing view. So before going to purchasing view, let's recap what we have discussed in this basic data 1 fields. So here we have to enter material description like high grade alloy steel G100, base unit of measure maybe PC, number of pieces, material group maybe steel underscore metal, and gross weight maybe in kgs. So in this way your basic data 1 is completed. So in next view of purchasing, this view is essential if the material is procured from external vendors. So key fields include purchasing group, maybe the responsible buyer, orders unit, purchasing value key, goods receipt, processing time, and under or over delivery tolerances. Maintaining the view properly helps the procurement team create accurate purchase orders and ensures smooth good receipt progress. So this is about the purchasing view that we are going to discuss. So as per this data, whenever you will create a purchase requisition or you will request for quotation RFQ, the data will be extracted from the system in this way, and the query will be sent to vendor. Once vendor has submitted any RFQ, a comparative statement or approval of the different quotations will be done. In that process, one vendor will be selected for the delivery of these goods. On the selection of that vendor, that PR, purchase acquisition, that you have created through this material code and through this unit of measure, that PR, purchase acquisition, will be converted into purchase order and will be sent to vendor. So now we come to the most technical and important part, that is MRP views, MRP 1 to MRP 4. In MRP 1, we set MRP type, usually PD for MRP, MRP controller and lot sizes like EX, FX, HB, etc. MRP 2 covers procurement type, E for in-house and F for external. In-house production, time and scheduling margin key. MRP 3 includes strategy group, availability check group and stock in transfer. MRP 4 handles individual/collective requirements. So correct MRP settings are very critical because they directly impact production planning, procurement proposals and inventory levels. So these MRP parameters help how much stock we have to maintain at plant for a particular raw material, spare part or finished good. If there is any material that we do not intend to keep at plant in stock, then that MRP type will be entered in MRP1, for example PD or any other type. And similarly, if we want to keep a plant and as safety stock level or reorder point, that will also be entered in the MRP level. The last important view is accounting 1. Here we define the valuation class, which links the material to general ledger accounts. We also set price control S for standard price or V for moving average price. For standard price materials, we must enter the standard price. This view is extremely important because any mistake here can create big problems in inventory valuation and financial reporting. So if we enter correct values and selections in this accounting, then the cost related data of that material code will be entered correctly. Just for an example, if the unit of measure is kg and standard price of one piece is 1000, but if we enter 1 for standard price, then complete costing will be disturbed for that material. So after completing all the required views, click on the save button or simply press Ctrl S. If all the data is correct, SAP will display a success message at the bottom. Material 123456890 has been created or similar. Congratulations, your first material is now created in the system. So this is all about MM01. But before we move forward, let's discuss some best practices and some common mistakes. So always choose the correct material type in the beginning. Maintain only the views that are actually required. Follow company-wide naming conventions for materials. Always double check units of measure because changing them later is very difficult. Pay special attention to MRP and accounting views. Common mistakes include selecting wrong material type, incomplete MRP settings, incorrect valuation class, and forgetting to extend the material to other plants and storage locations. Avoiding these mistakes will save you a lot of time and rework. So these are some of the steps that you have to do. So that is some next steps. Practice MM01 in a sandbox environment. Explore S4HANA Master Data Management. Download and use our configuration guide and become a data management expert. So with that, we have reached the end of this detailed SAP MM01 tutorial. You know now exactly how to create a material master record in SAP S4HANA step by step. If you have any doubts or questions, please write them in the comment section below. I tried my best to reply, and I will try my best to reply to each of your query. If you liked this video and found it useful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell icon so you never miss future tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. So join our community. Also leave your questions in the comments. Share this guide with your colleagues. Stay updated with the latest SAP news. Connect with other SAP professionals. This will help you a lot in increasing your knowledge. Keep visiting SAP Simplify tutorials for latest information on that. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next video. Keep learning and keep growing. All the best.